Intro.
Politics, business, entertainment, here face to face.
Today we have a very special program. We want to make a very serious introduction to you guys about our dear brother, someone who has distinguished himself. He's already a distinguished honorable parliamentarian par excellence, someone who has marked his name in the sand of time to represent in the tourism and youth empowerment. I'm talking about no other person than Honorable Jasper Okechukwu. Honorable Jasper Okechukwu Standhope is our dear brother who has made a very remarkable impact, in Nigerian Youth Parliament, the 5th Assembly. He is very much around here with us today. Honorable, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dede. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right, also with him is our dear sister, someone who has also made a very remarkable impact in the development of anything that has to do with the youth community. And she's no other person than Comrade Akudo Alozie. Akudo, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to do a touch of politics, and we are also going to do a whole lot of leadership. Because when we are talking about leaders of tomorrow and you're not giving them opportunity to participate today, that is rhetoric. That is only theory. You're not making any impact. Therefore, those people who thought it wise to give the youth opportunity to participate in the National Assembly have really done well. And we have people who are doing very, very well in that aspect. And Honorable Okechukwu Jasper Standhope is one of them. He is the honorable member representing the good people of Abia South Senatorial Zone. And he's very much available. Please, could you tell our viewers who you are in a nutshell?
Thank you very much. I am very much happy, and I'm very much happy and excited to be here. By the special grace of God, today is my second time of coming here. When here was dedicated, and here I'm back here again.
Thank you very much.
I'm very much happy with the development. I'm very much happy with what I saw in that. Likechineke, I'm Standhope Okechukwu Jasper. By the special grace of God, I'm not a like I in school, like I put the Akudo Business Administration and Management Technology. Then positions in the handle so far states have served as special assistants to the governor on culture and tourism, senior special assistant to the state government also on youth and tourism. Then before the beautiful works, according to what they said, now led me to the Nigerian Youth Parliament, which you can remember when we ran for the speakership position.
Of course.
Then it was a whole lot of campaign, a whole lot of things that we did. You were part of it.
Sure.
Then Bexman Eroba was part of it. Bexman Eroba was the spokesperson and a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the election, then we were 6 in number out of 109 representing their senatorial district. At the end of the election, the speaker was emerged as a female, Right Honorable Dr. Aziza Tishawu. Yeah. Because from the history of the Nigerian Youth Parliament,
the elegant woman,
the capacity speaker.
I can see.
Yeah, from the history of Nigerian Youth Parliament, after Luke Onofiok was the first speaker of Nigerian Youth Parliament, the Parliament have not been able to have a female as a speaker. So there were a whole lot of convention for us to understand that it was time for the leadership to have a female as a speaker. So which she was emerged. Then after the process of her being the speaker, I was honored by having a very sensitive position in the Parliament, which is the Chairman Rules and Business. Chairman Rules and the Business of the Parliament is a very sensitive position.
That's a nice
in
one.
the Parliament.
Wow.
So, which before anything will happen in the Parliament, I'll be aware. You understand? Before anything will happen.
As long as it has to do with business.
Yes, with business. Everything is business. Everything that business.
Oh, that's
so
wonderful.
Then I was there, German blues and business. Then after some time, then there was now need for Nigerians to have representative in Commonwealth, Chogum.
Okay.
If you can remember when we traveled for Chogum.
Yes.
So then it was Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. So Madam Speaker is there for Yoruba angle. Then we have Honorable One from Hausa, and it was now required for an Igbo young person, an Igbo leader. So Ahmad, so I was there.
Congratulations,
Abia State, Nigeria. Then I went to Commonwealth. Then from there, I've been involved in Commonwealth and other things before. Then I also occupy a position from Commonwealth as the Secretary General Duties of Commonwealth Country Rep, which my appointment, even next month, if I go back to Abuja now, there is a program from UN has. I was invited from the angle of Commonwealth. So it has been going well.
Wow, that is our brother Standhope. Standhope has really, he's just trying to give the trajectory of his humble beginning. And I want to say that this is just the starting point.
Thank you, sir.
Just like we were saying behind the camera before we started, you need to start buckling up.
Yes, sir.
Because a whole lot waits for you in future.
Yes, sir.
Comrade Akudo, you've been a very progressive person. You've been there. In fact, the kind of energy you dissipate when you want to handle any project, marvels me. So many men, those who don't even have children cannot be able to do such things. Now we have honorable member who is the chairman of rules and business. The only place that captures my interest is the business. Because I want to do business, so I want to make money. Everybody out there, our people here really want to do business. And Akudo is an incubator of businesses. She has the capacity to hold a whole lot of program, business hubs, and trade fairs, which has seen various editions. I think we are planning the 3rd edition,
yes, sir,
which is coming up very soon.
Yes, sir.
So how do you intend synergizing with our dear honorable, who is now the chairman of Rules and Business?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you for bringing me to this program. I was so happy and very, very enlightened when Standhope Jasper invited me to this program. We are going to work together because I have a very big dream for all the small businesses in Aba. I have a very big dream for them, all the small businesses. My dream and aspirations is to make these businesses known to the world. And through his office, we are going to achieve that by the grace of God. And basically, the youths. Because at the end of the day, not everybody is opportuned to go to school. Not everybody is opportuned to be in politics, but as long as I'm concerned, everybody can do business.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So my prayer is that this synergy, as in this collaboration, will work and is going to be a benefit to all the vendors in Aba, to all the vendors in Abia State, and to all the youths in Abia State. When we were together at Real FM the other day, he was talking about some opportunities that Abia State is not part of. These opportunities are happening at the national level, and our state is lacking behind. But we are glad he's here now, and he's planning to bring them home. So our youths will participate, our youths will benefit a lot from it, and it's going to go a long way. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much. That is Akudo Alozie for you. She's a woman of few words and full of action. When I mean action, she's full of action. Akudo can use 2 weeks to organize a program that will house 1,000 persons, and it will be successful. When you see her in her army uniform, when you see her in her wrapper, when you see her in, there is no costume Akudo cannot put on, 5 times within a day to make sure that she, projects what she believes in, and she will definitely get there. Honorable, please, the angle we are going now, what can we do to be part of so many of the opportunities that are eluding Abia youths? I don't want to narrow it down to Abia South Senatorial Zone.
Yeah.
Because here you've gone to the level of representing the Igbos in the Commonwealth. So maybe you are not going to shoulder the responsibility of carrying Igbo youths all along. We used to hear that there are so many opportunities, so many programs going on at the national level, and when we hear it in the media or in the news, coming down here to not get to us, we may also end up filling some forms. And we still hear that the badge from other zones have been paid.
Yes.
So what is the problem with what is due to us coming to us? And what can you do as now the chairman of rules and business to make sure that Abia youths are carried along? With respect to what Akudo has said, she has a platform. We also, on our own, the Marfro Youth Movement and every other person, we have platforms that can bring up a chunk of youth, agile youths who can be, put in various places. Because let me tell you, once you engage the youth meaningfully, crime will be the thing of the past. Yeah. I just want to assure you that. So what are the opportunities that we are looking up for?
Okay, I'm very much happy with this question because, like she said, this was part of the things that we discussed, I think 2 days ago.
Yes.
And there is it's a very big problem and a whole lot of challenge that we are facing, especially we from Abia State. I would say that is lack of information. Number one, the information is not circulating. The gap between the federal and the state, I don't know how it's working, but I've been trying to reach out to the necessary bodies who are in charge of our affairs in the states, in the youth body. And I believe that they will also step up. Like now, we are opportuned and happy to have a minister who is a youth.
Youth indeed.
Yes, a minister who is a youth. He's not just a minister, but he is a youth that knows what he's doing.
We have youths indeed and youth at heart. Those old men who want to occupy the youthful position, they'll say that they are youths at heart.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they will not showcase any sign of that youthfulness, even at heart. So our minister now, Minister for Youths, is a youth indeed and also a youth at heart.
Yes, our Honorable Minister, Comrade Ayodele Wisdom, is a person that immediately he stepped into office, everything changed. Everything changed. In his office, in the Ministry of Youth, there is something that we call help desk.
Okay.
Help desk is if you have a problem, no matter where you are in Nigeria, if you drop your notification, immediately you are getting a response. You understand? Before that, we used to have elderly people being in charge of the youth. If you ask them to run, they cannot run. If you ask them to do this, they cannot do. But now, we have somebody who has, immediately he stepped into office. Part of the programs that he created was the help desk, which Dr. Zizat is part of those.
The Speaker of Youth Parliament.
He's part of those he's part of those in charge of the help desk. You understand? So that information's dropping, then they will take it up, then it will be solved. Yes. Then another programs that the minister has that is helping Nigerian youths is the Nigerian Youth Academy. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, of course.
Have you?
Yes.
Nigerian Youth Academy. You need to see what is happening there. But I'm surprised that even the last time I visited the ministry, I didn't can Maheno.
So what do we do?
So it's the collaboration, and the thank God that I'm involved now. You understand? So part of those informations now will be coming to our platform. 2 weeks ago, I can share which are the content on it. Like I was telling you, part of the program President made through the Ministry of Youth, go the education loan fund.
Okay.
You know, like I told you that I have a whole lot of people that have benefited, and more
Yes.
we also benefit. The education loan fund for students, but in the school, almost school fees. When they select Yahweh as part of those that we benefit on that, I get equal where the school fees are growing.
Okay.
You understand? I get a fund the way now starts taking care of their school fees. So the most important thing is collaboration and partnership. You
So
understand?
what is the capacity? How many people can this program absorb?
Is as thousands acts because north, south, not especially Ndugu, north, south, and they've been taking opportunities.
What are the processes of involvement and enrollment?
It has a link.
Okay.
So I will share the link to you. When I share the link to you, then you can share to your platforms.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Then the requirements, even one school, before you become a student, you have requirements of first school living
Admission
and all those things, admission letters and all those things. So you provide all those things that will identify that you are really a student. You understand?
It's not the type that Akudo left his matric number at home.
No, no, it's not the type. It's not the type. So this initiatives, like the one I told you, there are some programs that are coming up in both Nigeria we do here through the office of the minister and the ones outside Nigeria. There are a lot of opportunities, but it's lack of information. Once we start getting information, you will be able to know that things is really happening. But I thank God that I'm here and I'm there. So the necessary informations, I will pass it through and it will fly. It will fly and it will get to our doorstep.
That's great. That's great. Our dear listeners, viewers, wherever you are, we are discussing with someone who has first-hand information from the National Assembly, and as it has to do with the youth. So just pay attention. Most of these links is talking about, we're going to drop them on our platforms so that you can be able to access those that will be useful to you. All right, please, concerning what we talked about Akudo is coming up with another trade fair very soon. Yes. I believe that.
Yes,
I know she has not announced the date, but I'm in her mind.
Yes.
I know what she's thinking. You understand? So how can you and your office be of help to make sure that more of our youths, especially those who you've talked about the student loan, those who are not students, those who want to major in business, most of these SME, loans and all that, how can we have access to them?
Okay, by God's grace, last year I can remember when she did. Was it the last year or last 2 years?
No, last year. No, my first edition, last year October.
Both the first edition and the second edition.
Yeah.
We've been partnering, and the collaboration that we are having now is more impact than what we had then, and like I said, I am happy that I'm part of this family, and I'm happy that I'm from here. You understand? So by God's grace, when I go back, the most important thing that we will do is to get our proposals ready. Once you get your proposal ready and you are ready to defend your proposal, you are ready to present to say, I've done this. This is my first edition. Look at the results. This is my second edition. Look at the results. Then look at the people's view. Look at what they were. Look at what they said when they came. They were able to make sales. You understand? So you keep this. You put these things in your proposal.
Without records.
Yeah, you put these things in
video clips and
you put these things in your proposals because some sponsors, this is what they look at.
Yes, it's true.
They look at what you have done in the past.
It's true.
You understand?
Where you are and where you want to get to.
You understand? So now, I know that we have chambers of commerce in Abia State. So now we are going to partner. Like I said, the key is collaboration and partnership. We are going to partner with the government, because if you want to do it as an individual only, the government will be like that you want to take the glory. You understand? But if you want to do it with the government, you do it as a partnership or collaboration. As you are flagging your logo, the logo of the government is also there. You understand? So the Abia Chambers of Commerce, the ones in charge of the state, then the commissioners who will reach out to them. Then there in the federal, by God's grace, I continue mentioning God because it's God that is leading us.
Sure,
you understand?
Sure.
By God's grace, I don't think that there is any office there. There is no DG there that will go and knock. that will not give us listening ear.
No.
You understand? So once we write, now I have 2 letterheads, one from Commonwealth and one from the Parliament.
Yeah.
You understand? Commonwealth, but all these letterheads, when we bring it up together, when people know that so person is coming, and our social media is a tool also that have been helping us. So when they hear that we are coming, they will give us listening ear. You understand? That God that have been doing it for us all this while, we get to this level. While we must cross and pass over. Okay, as I came back with the 2 national awards, I know that we have not talked about it. We will still talk about it. So all those things is progress. So all those things will help us when we go to all those DGs and knock at them. They will give us listening ear. And of recent, we know about the Southeast Development Commission that the president did for. It's us that we did it for. You understand? So, like, from the development, the president said, use it and develop your area. So it's part of the things that they are doing there.
It is still, it behoves on us to package ourselves and know how our area should be developed.
Yes.
Because we are the people who are going to put it up there and say, this is what we want.
This is what we want.
Just like when you are coming for development in a certain area, you want to give them borehole. Whereas almost every compound has
that's borehole.
It doesn't make sense. Their problem could be road. Are you getting me? So it is we who will identify our problem and channel to all these commissions so that they will know exactly what we want.
So like I was saying, when we package our goods, the marketers will know what they are going to buy. Exactly. You understand? So we need to package ourselves and get the proposals ready. Okay. And I know that you are ever ready. Sure. And I know that Uncle Steve is ever ready. Sure. A whole lot of us here are ever ready. We are good in Abia. If I go out there and say that I'm from Abia State, they will first...
You should
I'm from Abia.
There is something that really helped you. Let me just say this. You are coming from the angle of tourism.
Yes.
We've not talked much about the tourism aspect of your person.
Go out there.
When you go there, you always dress elegantly, showcasing the rich culture of Abia State.
Yes.
So that was still a very good...
It's a trademark. It's a trademark. At a point, there is one function that we did. There's one function that we did. I wore suit. It was one big man that I don't know that is occupying a very big position. The first thing he asked me is, where is your red cap? Where is your red cap? I was like,
you see,
how?
People have really identified you.
It's a trademark.
Okay, my dear brother, you're talking about the recent 2 awards. I was coming to that. But before then, I want you to tell us, how long have you been in the parliament? How many years are remaining? What are, your plans in the remaining years of your stay in the parliament? Then, after that, you tell us about the awards.
Nigerian Youth Parliament is an institution where they teach young people legislative, how to legislate, how to be a legislator. We've gone to Lagos C School and passed through a whole lot of training, and it have not been easy, but the parliament have been doing well, even though that we know the state of the country where we are. How you expect things is not the way things always come out, but the way you position yourself will make things to work out for yourself. Once you network, you meet a whole lot of people, going out there meeting about 108. We are 109, meeting about 108 of Nigerians. You understand? Especially when you are with those people out there, Mandobu, when you are with them, you understand? So Parliament will met for 2 years, but due to how the system is, it prolonged to the stay. You understand? It prolonged to the stay. Then MLA validatory section, then call up new seats. Call up new seats. MLA will inaugurate. But as a stakeholder, a general is always a general. You understand? A general is always a general. So it's going well, and we are expecting that more things will happen in our future, because we are no longer the leaders of tomorrow. We are leaders of today, because we are part of the system and we are part of the decision making. So I didn't hand you the money last. again.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what are your plans in the next few years you'll be in the parliament?
My plans so far, by God's grace, Anige Imare the conference anime again, and I have a whole lot of programs, I have a whole lot of things that I want to achieve, more especially not only in Abia South, but in Abia State as a whole. I have a whole lot of programs, to do with students, because now it's no longer only youth. Is now students is now part of it, because Commonwealth Students Association, you understand, that I'm representing, you understand. So there's a whole lot of plans which, when the time comes, gradually, small, we'll be bringing it out, and our people is always ready to cue into whatsoever that we are doing.
That's great. That's great. So tell us about the recent awards you're talking about.
By God's grace, I'm with a call from the Clerk of National Assembly and the Minister for Youth, that I'm doing well, that I really recognize them with a recognition of Kenabo from the Minister for Youth, and the Kenabo from the Clerk of the National Assembly. So these two national awards that are within for many travel. So I've been very much happy, and I don't know. I've been very much happy. I don't know how to say it, but after the award came, I shed tears. MC Becha Akabo, that's my dad. Had the failure to see this award. My dad had the failure to see this award, but I know that the blessing is always there.
Sure.
A whole lot of doors opened after the burial of my dad, because we passed through a whole lot of stress to bury my dad. So I cried, because on the failure for me to dedicate the award to him, but I know that he is happy anywhere he is. So this one is from the Clerk of National Assembly, then while this one is from the Minister for Youth.
Yes.
Personally, sure. So I will not only be in Abuja, Facebook, man said that I have to come home to show our people. Day before yesterday, my local government chairman, Honorable Maxwell Wadike, received home at the council, when he was giving his remark. I don't know that he's watching, and for him to say all those things as 001 of Obimwa, a whole lot of Ndobimwa have been watching also. Manadatla, one Edira Wozi, so all these things, Lobo, EGC, I hear from. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. One thing is these things don't come just anyhow.
Yes.
When you receive such high-profile national award like this, they ought to be celebrated. They can't just see anybody and award him just like that. So we are proud of you, and we want to assure you of continuous support.
Thank you, sir.
In everything you're doing, and don't forget, just like you said, where you started from. Don't forget, what we hold, what we have in common, and don't forget where we are headed. I pray that God Almighty will, elevate you the more.
Amen.
Plant your feet on higher ground.
Amen.
And make sure that next time the entire world will stand still to celebrate the great achievements you're going to make. Thank you so very much. I call your last words.
Okay. Our viewers all over the world, I'm here to appreciate you guys. Please look forward to our third edition of Abba Vendors Hub. We are collaborating with the Office of the Youth
Yes, sir.
Parliament. So federal, because all get the Stephen they involved. Everybody is going to be involved in this one, and we are going to shake Abia State. So just look out for us and keep following us. Keep following FaceToface TV. Keep following Steve Wazo. Follow Alozie Akudo. Follow Standhope Jasper. for all the links you need to apply for all these things that are happening in the national level so that it will get to us here in the state. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so very much. Your last word, Honorable.
I am excited to be here. All thanks to Dedem, Steve, and the Akudo. I know that you will keep on following and share. Continue following FaceToface TV. Obokani, Gabungani. We started here and we must develop here and make here go viral.
Thank you so very much.
Continue supporting us, and you will always come back to say thank you to our nation. Nigeria will be great.
Sure.
Nigeria will be great.
Thank you so very much, dear viewers. We are glad to have you today. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for our dear brother who is making us proud. Please keep on excelling. Don't touch that dial. Just wait for us. Some other programs are coming your way in a jiffy. Thank you so much.
Face to face, now they read my thoughts. We dey talk with the young, the things where they touch